welcome back. Updates coming in from the state of Maharashtra, where Chief Minister Eknath Shinde-led Maharashtra government has now written to Governor Bhagat Singh Koshiyari and has now withdrawn the list of the 12 MLCs nominations that were sent by the previous MVA government in 2020. Now, the government, while withdrawing the names, has informed the Raj Bhavan that it will be sending across a fresh list of the MLC nomination. Now, the governor had kept his decision on the names pending since November 2020, when the MVA had first proposed the names, and according to sources, Eknath Shinde soon will be proposing a new list of names. These are the two factions of the Shiv Sena that are already locked in a major political tussle over the poll symbol of the party, even as the Shinde group claims to be the original and the real Shiv Sena. Going across to Arunil now. Arunil, good morning. What are we hearing now from the governor's side? We are told that a fresh list will be proposed soon.
Well, that is right. In fact, this development happened on Saturday, wherein CM Shinde had written to Maharashtra governor to basically hold back the 12 names that were suggested by the Mahavikas Aghadi government for the post of MLCs. Now, a fresh list of 12 MLCs will be sent by CM Shinde and the BJP government. This is very much on the expected lines. And in fact, there was a severe criticism that came in from the Mahavikas Aghadi leaders, namely from the Congress, SDP, and the Shiv Sena of the Uddhav Thackeray camp, basically saying that for 1.5 years the governor had put these names on hold. So this is a selective bias from the Maharashtra governor's side, and also a kind of same thing that has been happening from CM Shinde camp as well.
Right, but Arunil, as far as the tussle that has been ongoing, what about that meeting that happened regarding the LOP and the chief whip stating that the LOP should also be from the Shiv Sena, as the party has the numbers on its side in the upper house?
That is right. In fact, if we have a look at it, Ajit Pawar is the LOP at present in the lower house. Now, when it comes to the upper house, the LOP is from the...
Mr. Ram Kadam of the BJP is with us on the phone line. Arunil, please stay on with us. Ram Kadam ji, how are we looking at political developments now, especially in the upper house? What is being said that the Shinde government will be proposing a fresh list of MLCs?
It's government's prerogative. So nothing is new. As you know that the previous government, they had given list to the government of 12 names for MLC. And those 12 seats were reserved for some categories. Some of the journalists, some of the musicians, some of the artists. For those categories were there. But we have seen that instead of giving those people, the previous government had suggested such names, all were politicians. And that was the governor's right to sanction it or not to sanction it. And now the government has changed. The new government will give their own list. It's their prerogative. So nothing new in this. It's a very common thing.
Right, but the previous government had nominated several of those names that never got an approval. I mean, those lists and those names have been pending since 2020, sir.
As I told you, those 12 seats of the MLCs were reserved for certain categories. If they would have given the list with that categories, then definitely the governor would have approved it. He did not, because they did not complete the compliances.
All right. All right, that's the BJP point of view there. Mr. Ram Kadam, thank you very much. Mr. Mahesh Tapse is also with us. If you heard what the BJP has to say, that it did not follow the compliance and it is now over 2 years where the list has been still pending, but it has now been taken back. It has been withdrawn by the Shinde camp and a fresh list of names will now be proposed.
No, who is saying that the compliances have not been, done? Did the governor ever write back to the former government that this is not as per the requirement? So there has been no communication as far as the previous list sent by Uddhav Thackeray government. So, and currently the new chief minister has written to the honorable governor saying that please cancel the previous list. I think this is absolutely absurd as far as, because he was part of the previous ministry. I mean, he has finalized the names in consultation with the chief minister and the other cabinet colleagues and NCP and the Congress. So overriding your own decisions which you have taken when you were part of the UPA. And it's not only about this 12 MLCs. There are so many other decisions which Shinde government has, decided to override. I mean, this sets a bad precedent, and it's a very vindictive kind of politics which the Shinde government is doing. Very unfortunate for the state of Maharashtra. Today, the entire the constitutional validity of this Shinde government is in question. There is a court in the there's a case in the Supreme Court. We are awaiting the judgment. So in this case, like you've seen how they reduced the number of seats in the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, the Honorable Supreme Court had to set aside their decision when we approached the court. So the entire constitutional validity of the
well, it remains to be seen if that will be challenged as well or not, because this is still pending as far as the earlier list was concerned. Now it has been taken back. It has now been said that a fresh list will be sent across to the governor of the state. Mr. Thackeray, thank you very much. We are talking about the 78-member Legislative Council. That is 24 members from the BJP, 12 on the Shiv Sena and 10 each from the Congress and the NCP.